And now we will hear from the leadership of the city, beginning with Mayor Jacob Fry. And thank you again for your tremendous leadership.
Thank you, Mr. Ben Crump, Mr. Tony Romanucci, Mr. Chris Stewart, for your partnership in furtherance of justice. The last year, more than any period in recent memory, has delivered countless moments that will define our trajectory in Minneapolis for decades and generations to come. Today is one such moment. A centuries in the making reckoning around racial justice struck Minneapolis like a thunderbolt. And that strike reverberated across the entire globe as we all stood and watched as George Floyd was killed. Every Minneapolis resident, every American remembers where they were when they first saw it. When they first were forced to process the incomprehensible, recognizing our historic shortcomings and what we need to do to improve going forward. There are certain events like that in world history that seem to suspend time, where the world stopped, and those moments tend to stick with us. And our black community has endured deep and compounding trauma over this last year, none perhaps more acutely than George Floyd's family standing with me right now. I cannot begin to thank them enough. Rodney, Brandon, Philonis, and Keita for their strength and their courage, their resiliency, and their voices willing to push us to go forward. Not just right now, but well into the future. It is their work that is honoring the collective legacy and honoring their brother, their son, their father. And amid unprecedented loss, amid unprecedented pain, we now have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to truly effectuate change. Change that has eluded policymakers, activists, advocates, community members for far too long. Some of those laws and policies on our books today, yes, they were built and put into place with good intention, but the passage of time has caused them to be calcified. It's caused them to be kept in place at times by cynical politics. And as a result, the carefully built trust over time has been lost, has been injured. Lives have been indeed cut short. Our city is so grateful to the Floyd family for their warm embrace of meaningful and overdue arbitration reform and their commitment to work towards justice and peace and safety at 38th and Chicago. I want to thank Jim Rauter, our city attorney, Tracy Fussy, Brian Carter, and our entire city attorney's office, our communications team, and everyone that has worked so diligently and tirelessly towards this point and have worked tirelessly over the last 9 and 10 months. The work they've done is extraordinary. I also have to acknowledge Ben, Tony, and Chris, and the entire legal team who also put in massive and painstaking work to make today possible. I know they are resolute in their determination to see justice. I know they are resolute in their dedication to see long-term and lasting impact, not just in Minneapolis, but nationwide. They reached out to dig in and discuss the reforms that have taken place. They did not stop with a settlement. They did not flinch when we raised big solutions for big challenges. And we'll be so grateful to count them as partners in this very important reform work that lies ahead. And so today's settlement reflects our shared commitment to advancing racial justice, our sustained push for progress, our commitment to Minneapolis, and our commitment and compassion to one another. We need to be unrelenting. We need to be unapologetic in our pursuit of a more equitable local government and a more just approach to community safety in our city, and we will be. Thank you. Mr. Clark.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.